Hi, Questers. Welcome back to the channel. And yes, we have some news for Predator, specifically the upcoming Predator Badlands that should be starting filming soon. So we should see it in theaters next year, hopefully, if all goes well. They tend to turn these around quite quickly, don't they? When it comes to Predator movies. Now, I have to say, with the fact that we've got Dan Trachtenberg back to do Badlands, I know he's working with someone else. I'm not sure exactly who, but we'll get into that when I get into the article. But he did a really good job with Prey. And to be honest, Prey was let down by the fact that it wasn't released in theaters. But I think we were still in lockdown at the time, weren't we? I think it was still lockdown in place. So they could have held it until after lockdown. To be honest, I think people would have gone to see it just to get out of the house after lockdown. So yeah, so we're going to get into this article because it's interesting, and you can tell by the title. You probably know something about it. This article was from yesterday, and it's a Deadline exclusive by Justin Kroll, June 3rd, 11 a.m. So yeah, and it's Badlands. Elle Fanning eyed to star in new standalone Predator pick from 20th Century and Dan Trachtenberg. Now, start off with, I quite like Elle Fanning. I think she's got a, I don't know, it's her. She has those expressions, that big smile, the big grin, kind of small face but large expressions type of thing. I don't know what I mean. It makes it, I guess, cute. I guess I'm not sure. I mean, that's the kind of impression I get, that she's quite cute because she's got that big smile, small eyes, button nose, that sort of thing. So yeah, and she is an award-winning actor. So I don't know why they've got a Australian there, because well, anyway. But yeah, so let's have a look at this article. You've probably seen this article somewhere. Exclusive: after announcing that the studio would be expanding on its Predator universe earlier this year. Well, it's the Alien universe, really, isn't it? Because they have joined, with Alien vs Predator. They have linked in comics and games and stuff. So I guess we just have to find a way to call it, as an expanded universe, basically. I guess. Earlier this year, 20th Century and Dan Trachtenberg. Trachtenberg's next standalone pick, Badlands. So yeah, it's Predator Badlands. What are they going to call it? Predator Badlands, or was it just going to be called Badlands? Hopefully it's Predator Badlands, which would make sense. Because I mean, Prey was just Prey. It wasn't Predator Prey, was it? So looks to be gaining momentum with some serious star power. Sources close to Deadline say that Elle Fanning is in negotiations to star in the film, with Trachtenberg directing. Trachtenberg co-wrote script with Patrick Asen. That's good. I mean, as long as it's along the lines of how they did Prey. Prey, I really enjoyed Prey. I thought it was actually a really good movie. I didn't like the female-led aspect to it, but because we had that in Alien vs Predator, and it didn't really work that well. But I mean, it's not like she's going to be playing a Ripley, or she's trying to replace Arnold Schwarzenegger, is it? So we don't know what level of star she's going to be in it. 20th Century had no comment on the matter. So they had no comment because obviously they're in negotiations, so they can't really say anything until it's confirmed that and the contract is signed. So we'll wait. It's things to come. I reckon that as long as fans are happy with it, I think if Elle is a fan like she's claiming to be, then if as long as the fans are okay with it, I hope she will be up for it. I mean, she's just coming off the final season of The Great, isn't it? Yeah. I haven't watched all of that, but I think she's really good. She's quite good in what I've seen. I've seen a few episodes, but yeah, I like her. Like I said, I like her facial expressions. I mean, she's really cute, if that makes any sense. Plot details are being kept under wraps. Other than it will feature everyone's favourite extraterrestrial big game hunter. Sorry, I've not long woken up. I know it's a late morning. I had trouble sleeping last night. The extraterrestrial big game hunter. It is also not known about release plans as the last film exclusively streamed on Hulu, breaking numerous viewership records for the streamer. Yes, it was on Disney Plus for us in the UK though. But given that 20th Century has been very much back in the theatrical game with films like Boogeyman and the upcoming Alien Romulus film bowing in theaters, a theatrical premiere isn't out of the question. It'll have to be. I mean, unless it's a low budget, it'll have to be in the theaters. Prey should have been in the theaters. They did that an incredible misjustice or whatever. Deadline reported earlier this year that when Prey premiered in the summer of 2022, it not only broke streaming records for Hulu, but earned some of the best reviews in the franchise's history. That culminated in a nomination for Best Movie at this year's Emmys. Since that successful relaunch, 20th Century is looking to not just move forward with another film, but expand on a universe with Trachtenberg spearheading it. Could you imagine a future Alien versus Predator movie with Dan Trachtenberg and Fede Alvarez working on it? Now, you know what? I would actually like that. I would like to see that. I mean, I know we haven't seen Alien Romulus yet, but for all accounts, Alien Romulus looks like it's going to be awesome. So, I mean, if it's as good as we hope it is, or we feel it's going to be, and then Badlands comes out and it's outstanding, if Fede Alvarez and Dan Trachtenberg joined forces to do an Alien versus Predator like we should have had, I might like, that might be a good thing. I think I'd really like that. I mean, comment down below what you think. Do you think that'd be a good idea? So yeah, where were we? Spearheading it. Right, okay. While Prey featured a cast of relative unknowns and rising stars like Amber Midthunder, I liked Amber Midthunder actually. Execs and Trachtenberg wanted to try and land an established star for this new standalone pick and began taking meetings with talent. Insiders close to the project say Fanning is a fan. Well, they all say that though. If she is a fan, like she claims, then she knows what she's doing. But she could just be saying that because she wants the role. Fan of the franchise, and once execs got wind of her interest, moved to set a meeting with her and Trachtenberg. Following that meeting between the two, Fanning was on board, and once a deal closes, momentum is expected to pick up with the hope to shoot later this year. Yeah, I mean, if they start shooting later this year, hopefully not too much later. I mean, I think there will be tons of actors that will be jumping at a chance to be in a Predator movie. But yeah, it's just one of those things. As for a sequel to Prey, sources say while it is still in early development, a Prey 2 is still in the works. That would return to the film's original setting, and with Prey star Amber Midthunder are potentially returning. That's the first time that's ever happened. That the survivor of the previous film has actually been in the next one. It's the first time that's happened. I don't want them to go to a female-led franchise. I mean, Alien is historically female-led. I mean, women survive. Women, it's just the way it was. So you can continue that trend with the Alien franchise, but you can't do that with Predator because Predator has been predominantly a male predominance. So I mean, each film it was a guy that survived and defeated the Predator. I mean, Prey was the first time that they switched genders and made it so the girl could win. I don't have a problem with that, but Prey's different. I just hope that they're not going to expect us to believe that Elle could defeat a Predator because physically, she wouldn't be able to. She doesn't have. I mean, or she wouldn't be able to on her own. Let's just put it that way. So there'd have to be help. There have to be maybe a military a co-star or someone who a character that's basically military or ex-military or something like that, but not necessarily big muscled, but maybe tactical. Unless she's going to be in the military person, and we don't know. We'll see. It's supposed to be set in the future, though, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, but so Amber Mid Thunder potentially returning. Sources stress no talent is attached to that film, but the interesting element is that even though there has been 7 films featuring the infamous Alien, there has never been an instance where the star of a previous film has returned to reprise their role. No, exactly. This is the first time with Prey 2. It's going to be the first time it's ever happened. It's not something we want to happen as fans, because I mean that happened with Alien. So Alien, pretty much every Alien film that's happened except for Prometheus and Covenant, they've had the returning characters. I'm not counting Alien vs Predator. So you've had Ripley; she's been in all of the original Alien franchise, right? So yeah, so it's not something we need to see in Predator. But it's going to be Prey's different though. It's set in the past, and we knew there was going to be a sequel to Prey. We knew there was going to be a Prey 2 anyway because of the way it ended. So we knew there was going to be a sequel. Fanning is no stranger to battle alien life forms, as she got her first big break in the J.J. Abrams sci-fi pick Super 8. Yeah, that's true. But the problem is she wasn't fighting the alien. She wasn't fighting the alien. Wasn't she one of the kids that was helping the alien or trying to help the alien? Yeah, Fanning is coming off the final season of The Great, yeah, which earned her an Emmy nomination for her performance as Catherine the Great. Okay. Next up, she can be seen in the Bob Dylan pick, A Complete Unknown, where she will play Sylvie Russo opposite Timothy. What's the extra E? Chalamet, who plays Dylan. Okay, so he played Bob Dylan, really. Okay. She is repped by UTA, TFC Management, and Hanson Jacobson Teller. Okay. Yeah. I have no problem with this. I have no problem with this. Nothing they've said has actually made me think that it would be a problem, to be honest. I like Elle Fanning. Elle Fanning. I think she's a really talented actor. And like I've said through this, I mean, I think she's cute. I mean, her facial expressions and she's cute. So yeah. Uh, but no, I don't have any issues at all. I think it's a good idea. I think it's going to be clever, hopefully. And if Dan Trachtenberg is involved, I think he did a really good job with Prey. So yeah, I'd actually be looking forward to seeing it in theaters, and Prey 2 as well. But you know, uh, yeah, I think the problem is when you're saying about Mid Thunder coming back to be in Prey 2, it's the first time it's happened. It was going to happen with Predator 2 because I think Arnold Schwarzenegger was originally supposed to be in Predator 2, but it worked out that he was going to be too expensive because he was demanding more money. So they went with Danny Glover instead, which I think was a better choice, to be honest. But yeah, comment down below what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts or read your thoughts, and please do check out the merchandise. Check out the Streamlabs tipping link. These are all in the description below. Support the channel, and please do hit that subscribe button, and yeah, until next time, guys. Take care, stay safe, and may the Schwartz be with you always.